Welcome to the Natural Way of Being video blog. My name is Michael Hoffman. Happy August. It seems like it's been a while since I've done a video, so it's good to connect with you again in this way. It's been a very busy summer here for me in Ashland, Oregon, where I'm currently residing. I hope summer's going really well for you. Today I want to talk about a practice, could you say a tradition, a practice in my tradition, and it's about offering tobacco. And it's based on a Native American, Native American in my case, most directly the Lakota Sioux. And I just want to give it some context. So picture yourself living in a clan. Probably the most accurate movie depiction would be Dances with Wolves. And you've got a clan of about 100 people, and there may be clans, neighboring clans, hopefully friendly. But you have this society, this community of about 100 people or so. And then in this community, there are native elders, okay? And there are like shaman and teachers and various things, people that have what they would call medicine. They have spiritual gifts. They have things that they can offer. They're the holder of some type of ceremony or tradition that they've been trained in and initiated into. And so say you were, being a member of this clan, wanted to do a ceremony. Maybe you wanted to request a marriage ceremony or a rite of passage, or a healing ceremony in a sweat lodge, or and so you would be drawn to the teacher or the elder that was trained in this thing, and that you felt comfortable being the facilitator of this ceremony, the elder of this ceremony. And so then what you would do is you would offer this elder tobacco, a pinch of tobacco. And the tobacco was it's a symbol of several different things. But in this case, it's kind of a token of respect, and it's an intention. The core of tobacco is always intention. So you're offering an intention. In this case, it's an intention imbued with respect, and it's a request. It's saying, here, I am requesting a ceremony. I'm requesting a rite of passage ceremony, and I was hoping that you could be the elder of that ceremony. And the elder might ask you a few questions to understand your intent fully, and you share what you're hoping for. And then they would either accept this tobacco or not accept this tobacco. If they accepted the tobacco, that means they agreed to do the ceremony. Okay, and then they would likely give you some way to prepare for the ceremony. And maybe you did tobacco ties, or you did, whatever practices, maybe you meditated or whatever you did to get ready for this ceremony, and you would prepare. So then you show up, and the ceremony is transacted. It happens, it's transacted, and it completes. And then on the back side of the ceremony, you, as the person that requested the ceremony, would offer a gift or a putback. And in our culture now, that might translate for the cost of the workshop or the retreat or whatever else. But you would offer this, and it was just to kind of complete the circle. It wasn't in a way directly paying for the medicine, but it was honoring that this person took time from their life and put this energy into your ceremony. And so it's a putback, and it completes the circle. So that's the tradition that it comes from. And so the idea is that when you offer, my current truth about offering tobacco is this. It's like, it's saying that I'm offering tobacco and therefore I'm honoring you. So I'm talking to the elder now. I'm honoring you to be in the role of the elder, to be in the role, in a way, to be in the role of pure spirit. And to conduct this ceremony, that means call in the spirits and create the energy and the space and the structure and for this magical transformation to happen. All ceremony is a rite of passage, so it's calling in the energy. He or she is calling in the energy for this transformation to happen. Okay, and so when you offer that, you're saying, I respect you as that facilitator, so much so that I'm respecting you as an extension of spirit for this ceremony. And it's saying, I honor you and I will treat you that way. So I will show you the utmost respect, like I would if I was interacting with spirit or God. You know, so it's like, but it doesn't have to be heavy reverence in a way, but it is a type of reverence and respect. Like I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to honor you. I'm going to be respectful. And most of all, I'm going to be teachable. So I'm going to honor the experiences that happen. I'm going to honor the counsel you give, the words you say. Not that I'm going to take them on as the utmost truth. Like that has to come from, if it resonates with me, it may become my truth. But at the very least, I'm going to consider it, okay? And I'm going to respect it and honor it. And I'm going to give it a really good chance, even if it's not to my liking, even if it pisses me off or makes me sad or offends me or I disagree with it vehemently, I don't know if I said that correctly, I'm still going to, because I requested this ceremony and this guidance was transmitted through this person from spirit. So at the very least, I'm going to be open to it. I'm going to consider it and I'm going to be teachable. I can sort out whether I agree with it later, but right now I'm just going to allow it in and feel it and consider it and do my best to welcome it into my being. So that is, it's an agreement to do that. Now, it is not saying it's saying that person is my teacher for that ceremony, okay? And that's what it is. It's not about this person's ego or about him being this enlightened person or him or she being higher than me or more enlightened than me or anything else. It's not like that at all. It means just simply that they are an elder for this ceremony and I've asked them. So if I'm asked them, I might as well give them a fighting chance by respecting them. Okay, so let's get in with an example. So it's a very contemporary example. In fact, it's an example in the future. So I'm going to be doing a fall equinox ceremony. It's September 16th through the 20th outside of Brookings, Oregon. Okay, and it's all about honoring and accepting and initiating the beauty of your being, you know, and so it's so that's there. By the way, I guess I'll just do my little plug for it now. There are still openings, and you can get information about that at naturalwayofbeing.com and go to the retreats tab at the top, and you can also reach out to me via this email or however you know how to get a hold of me. You can call me if you and we can talk about it and to see if this could be for you. So that is my plug. We still have some openings. We do have some people that have signed up, and I'm really excited about it. It's right next to the Chetco River. It's at the Chetco River Inn. It's in this beautiful location. So that's my plug. But anyway, back to my example. So say that someone is going to this this ceremony, okay, and say they want to, they want to participate in this practice of offering tobacco. So in this case, they'd be offering that tobacco to me because I'm going to be the elder of that ceremony, which sounds real cool and everything else, but it's actually a lot of responsibility and a lot of work because I'm responsible to hold the space, keep the space clean, keep the space, most of all, safe for everyone there, and create the space so the magic, the transformation, the ceremony can happen. Okay, so, and then my responsibility too is to get out of the way, to get my ego out of the way so I can be this pure channel for spirit to flow through me in the things that I do and the things that I say, the guidance that I give, the choices I make in when we do ceremony and what we do in the ceremony and all that. So that's the role that I'm in. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm like more enlightened than anybody else. It just means that that's my role. And for the ceremony to work, we're going to honor that role. So then this person that's going to go to the ceremony, the retreat, would offer me tobacco. And they could either, they could state their intent, or they could just say, hey, they might even say grandfather, which is a token of respect as an elder. Okay, it's like, grandfather, I offer you this tobacco. I'm teachable, I'm here, I'm so honored to sit with you, and I'm gonna really be teachable and be open to the experiences that you help, orchestrate. And then I would likely, if someone said that, I certainly wouldn't accept the tobacco. And that means that I've agreed to be the elder of that ceremony to that person. It's a really sweet tradition. And it really kind of conveys respect. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to be that person's teacher for the rest of their life. It doesn't mean that, it's not about my ego. It's not about like, oh boy, I'm so cool. It's not that at all. It's like I'm in this role for this ceremony. It could be someone else that's in that ceremony that I might sit in a ceremony they do, and I might offer them tobacco. We used to do that 5 or so years ago when different elders would, but we're not doing that currently, but that could happen. It's a role that we're taking for the ceremony. And by the way, the role of the participant or the student or whatever you want to call it is every bit as important as the role of the teacher or the shaman, or the facilitator. It's like we just have different roles. We all bring our integrity. We all, participate according to our roles, and none are more important than any of the others. They're all equal, but they are different roles. And this offering tobacco is a way that defines actually the two primary roles, that of the facilitator or the teacher and that of the participant or the student for that ceremony. And so, and it's really rich, and it really conveys respect. And the last thing I'm going to say is that, that the whole foundation of the Native American and other shamanic cultures, the Aboriginal culture, in Australia, there's shamanic cultures all around the world, Russia, all over, Ireland, they're everywhere. And the whole foundation, and I'll just speak for the Native American culture because it's the one that I'm most familiar with. The whole foundation of the culture is respect, and the ceremony itself is about respect. It's honoring the light in each of us. It's the namaste. It's like the light in me honors the light in you, and it's based on that. And that is the language that energy, that spirit and the universe moves. So if we are able to go in with that respect and that honoring, for honoring and respecting the role, honoring the light and the spirit in each other, and not do it in the beauty, in terms of this coming retreat, honor the beauty in each other. So namaste, the beauty in me acknowledges the beauty in you, and it's that pure connection. When we go into a ceremony that way, we align ourselves with the energy of the universe. That's how my truth is. That's how life is. That's how ceremony works. That's how spiritual energy flows in ceremony. Okay, when there's that type of respect, then the energy flows. When there's not, it doesn't flow as well, or it might partially flow or flow in a coyote sort of way. It could flow, it could flow, but it's still, the ceremony still happens, but it's not as pure. It doesn't just flow. So when we show up with respect in ceremony or in life, because after all, life is a ceremony, and from one perspective at the very least, when we show up that way, we're aligning ourselves with the spiritual energy, of the earth and of the universe. We're showing up, and then it can flow to us and through us, and we can tie into this network of energy that we are a part of, and that we can flow with it very naturally. When we show up in a disrespectful way, we are, to some extent, we're separating ourselves from that natural flow of energy. We've just created a separation. Now we're still connected. We can't truly separate ourselves from the universe, but we've created a barrier for that energy's not able to flow, or it's going to flow in a different way. Like I said, it could flow. It's like you might have a lesson to learn or whatever. It might be more strict, or it might be, more coyote-ish, to just point out how you're not being respectful, you're not being open, you're not being teachable. Because what else does spirit have, right? If you're not open and you're not open to what spirit is conveying to you, is kind of communicating, showing you, then all it really has is it's going to show you like what's getting in the way of that. Like, it's like, dude, you need to deal with this so we can be this, we can connect. So then it can show you, it's like, whoa, you're not open. And sometimes those can be strict teachings, because it's like you're not open and you're being disrespectful. You may not even be intending to be disrespectful, but you're not teachable. You're not taking it seriously. I say seriously, not heavy. It can still be joyous and fun and laughing, but you're not present, you're not showing up in the best way. So there's an invitation to show up in a better way. So anyway, that is the other thing I wanted to say. So when we show up with respect and we honor, and we know that namaste, the beauty in me sees the beauty of you, and we honor each other in that way, then we open ourselves up to the flow of the ceremony and the flow of life. So that's a good place to leave it. As you could see, I could go on, and I will go on more in our retreat, but that is kind of where I want to leave it. Now, if you are going to go to the retreat, you can bring some tobacco. And there are other people there. There are some elders that will also be at the retreat that are not me, that will also be at the retreat, and you can ask them, about if you have questions. You can ask me too, but if you want to be a surprise, you can ask them or you can ask me. And by the way, if you offer tobacco, it's not, and it's done in a way that it's like, I don't know if I should accept that. I'm going to guide you to offer it in a way that I can respect it. Okay, so maybe I'm not as stern as maybe some of the teachers were and are. But in a way, since you've showed up at the retreat, it's in a way you've kind of offered your tobacco. So this is kind of the ceremony of the way we show up at retreat. It's all about being teachable in ceremony and in life. And it's welcoming the guidance that life and spirit have to show you, as in this case, as kind of, transmitted is not quite the word, transmitted through the elder of the ceremony. And the other people in the ceremony too, and nature and the fire, and everything dances with spirit and communicates this with the teacher is just the responsible party that gets out of the way and has all this stuff flow as good as possible, and shows up in the best way so spirit can do its magic. So that is my video, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of August. It may be till September till I see you again. Likely it'll be after, I never quite know, but it'll likely be after the ceremony happens. Maybe I'll do one before, but so if you're going to this, this is what you can do. And if you're not, this is something you can do. You understand the tradition of offering tobacco. So I hope you enjoy your summer. And as you walk through your life this summer, you can think of even offering tobacco to spirit. It can be part of your practice. And you can do that metaphorically. You don't have to offer tobacco every time. But you can do it metaphorically and just showing up every day and saying, offering tobacco to your spirit guides, to spirit, to life, to God. It's just I'm here, I'm teachable today. I'm offering my tobacco to you, and I'm showing up in a good way with respect, with my heart open, and I'm teachable. So anyway, that is my video, and I will see you sometime soon.